What's up, YouTube? Jermaine here from Heli Direct. I'm at the field, finished flying for today, and I'm not going to be using this model for a little while because I want to make some adjustments. And with all the other models I got, it's best if I store it properly with after run oil and fuel the tank completely. And the reasons why I do that, because in the past I did not, and I ended up screwing up a couple motors. I had them rusting on the inside, the rear bearings, or the piston ring stuck on the piston itself. So what I like to do first, I like to pinch off the fuel line, start the model, and when I pinch it off, what I'm doing here is I'm removing all the extra fuel from the carburetor, from the motor. That way it doesn't build up any moisture inside and cause those items to rust that I don't want to rust. Because when I go back to fly it again, I just want to take off and fly. That's just the way it is. So once that's done, I'm going to fuel the tank, fill it all the way to the top. This way the actual gasket or grommet here that blocks the fuel from leaving the tank and keeps the pressure inside doesn't dry out, harden, and start to leak on me when I'm ready to fly. And also the fuel line inside, the fuel pickup line, I want to keep that nice and soft and able to do its thing, you know, bounce around and grab all the fuel. So I'm going to fill that up, and once I fill that up, I'll show you how I add some after run oil to the motor. Okay. All right, so I'm filling the tank now. I want to get it filled to the top, and I want to be able to store it, like I said, with a full tank of fuel just to protect those items. So this is really simple. This is what you normally do regardless if you're going to store it or not. You go fly, you already know how to fill it up with fuel. So, all right, so another thing that I do, which there's many different ways, the after run oil that I have, it's a VP Pro after run oil. What I like to do is put a couple drops right into the head. I'll pull the glow plug, maybe 3 drops right there, and then once I'm finished with those 3 drops, if I'm able to move it by hand with the piston out here, I will. But sometimes I just grab the starter and I just turn it by hand because it makes it easier for you to turn it. And I get that moving around in there, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the tool, that way I can pull the glow plug. Once I pull the glow plug, I'll show you how I drop a couple drops in there. Sometimes I'll just tilt it back like this, get it open, and just drop them in there. Nice and smooth. Turn it, like I said, put the glow plug back in, and that's it. Or you have other methods. Sometimes, since this tip here can kind of fit a rubber tube on it, I'll put it like a rubber tube if I feel like I need to get some into the bearings or the carburetor and I don't want to pull the back plate off. So I'll just put a rubber tube on here and I'll try to fish it right into the carburetor while it's open, and then I'll just squeeze what I feel is, you know, 3 to 5 drops just to get it in there. And like I said, I'll just move it around so it'll spread evenly. I removed the glow plug, I have it here, and I made sure I grabbed the ring with it. You don't want to lose that, so we kind of just put it back together. And this time you can also inspect the GoPro. Just take a look in there and make sure the coils look nice and tight as they should, and they don't have any like debris, and they're not broken, okay? I like to check that. Now we're gonna just tilt it back, and then I'm gonna add the after run oil. And it'll be good to use a tube as well for this, but I kind of just drip it down into the model. So just prop it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got a couple drops in there. I'm gonna reinstall the glow plug right after I give it a couple twists here, and I like to keep it upright so the oil can spread. Just gonna get the starter shaft in there, just move it around a little bit just to spread it. That's it. Pop the glow plug back in and you're good to go. When you go to start it again, the ring will be nice and free, the motor will start up happy because there's no friction, and we can get back flying. So grab some nitro fuel and make it happen. Peace.